Pack yourself a toothbrush, dear. Pack yourself a favorite blouse. And take a withdrawal slip. Take all of your savings out. 'Cause if we don't leave this town, we might never make it out. And I was not born around. Baby, come on. Give a father bread and say, we were not born in sin. And leaving out on your bed, let your mother know you're safe. And by the time she wakes.
Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Thanks for joining me. We got a whole bunch of people saying morning in the chat. I love it. We got Josh, Alec, Norm, Troy, Confetti Bob. What up, Confetti Bob? Jack, Jake, Jill. Good to see you, Jill. Hope you had a great weekend. Kyle in Periscope, not Mr. Moon in Periscope. Facebook, where the hell are ya? Good morning, says Gustavo. Paul Legier says, go Red Sox. So we got a Red Sox fan on Facebook. Can you tell I got some sun yesterday? I don't know. I got 3 different screens on Facebook. Looks like you can't tell that I'm that red. On, let's check the Periscope. No, Periscope's pretty good too. YouTube, can you tell how red I am? No. I guess just my screen, pretty red. Sat in the sun for 3 hours yesterday straight. Burnt up. My hair, because I dyed it, is now like this weird rust auburn tint. And the grays are like a weird blonde, so that's odd. Coffee today. I'm at the office, so right away I'll let you know that I plan on starting these at 9 o'clock now. No more 8:30 because I'm going to do them in the office. I moved all the equipment to the office. I can't do them at the apartment anymore. It's an office show, and my plan is to start at 9 o'clock. I was late today. I got wrapped up in doing something incredibly dumb, and then halfway through realized, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. It's making me late for morning, so I stopped. The coffee at the office, we have like this espresso, and I wanted it cold, so I put ice, but like I made it through the regular Mr. Coffee maker thing, espresso, and then ice. So it's very weird. So if your coffee company, just sponsor the damn show already. I'll drink your coffee. It'll be delicious. It's not that bad, I guess, but it's espresso in a cup. It's like iced, whatever. That was the Lumineers. Lumineers have been on the random list of artists to play for a long time, but I felt like they kept landing on a Friday. I didn't think it was a Friday song, more of a Monday slow vibe. Lumineers went pretty mainstream, but that doesn't mean that they're not really good. I like their songs a whole bunch. I think their second album was better than their first, which is surprising. Not a lot of bands can do that. Houndmouth did that, but then Houndmouth fucking ruined it by changing everything. So anyway, welcome to the morning show. Little bites of everything I'm interested in. History, geography, books, baseball. Going down some rabbit holes today. We got some interesting stuff, I guess. I think. I feel like I'm talking slow today all of a sudden. Let's see what's going on today. On Monday, John Boy Media re-released a Talkin' Baseball with Neil Walker. Neil Walker was a ball of fun. Contagious laugh, a lot of energy, really good conversation about his role in baseball, how baseball's changed, being a utility player, a lot of the old stuff, the brawl with the Red Sox. We asked about if he knew that our nickname for him was Disco Neil. He did. He liked it. He said, call me whatever you want. So go check that out on Talking Baseball. Talking Sports, I was just listening to. They redrafted the 3rd round of the draft. Not good. Fucking, I read a text message that I got, and I responded not good to the text, but you guys aren't privy to that information. So it sounded like I said not good to the episode of Talking Sports, which I wasn't saying. It was interesting and fun, and I'm halfway through it. I listened to it on my way to work. I got to respond to this text, though, because I got to be there for someone. So responding, giving support. Okay, boom, we're back. John Boy and Jake TV is watching Baggage today. If you don't know what that is, it's a bummer. Go check it out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And the graphics wrong. It says a Watching Baseball's out, but there's no Watching Basketball. I got to update these damn graphics that I put on the screen of the new episodes that come out each day. I also wanted to make a whole template, like I'm in the middle, and there's like, you know, a red template with the logo, and then the book and the player, and YouTube videos have like places to pop up, so it's not just me with random images on it. But I don't know how to design it. If you watch any other live shows on YouTube and they have a cool template where they place things and it looks all professional and done up, send it my way and we'll base it on there. Also, send title suggestions on the YouTube comments, because we're most likely will use whatever title suggestion we like the most. So help us. It kind of should be our job. You could be like, that's your job. You title your own videos. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. That is our job. But if you want to have some fun, we'll use it. We'll use it. All right. The weather today in Brownsville, Texas is 83 degrees and sunny. It was 7 a.m. when I took the weather screenshot. That's so hot. It's getting hot everywhere. If you remember the name Brownsville, it was last episode or last Friday. We did another Texas town, and I said we did Terlinqua, and I said I want to do Brownsville, because it's like the it's like the very bottom. For anyone just listening onto the podcast app, I did because I had the wrong transition app. It was a visual reaction to the transition I just switched. Anyway, Brownsville, all the way down there on the border of Texas and Mexico. And I was like, that's got to have some cool history. And I did a lot of reading on it. And so you're going to have to, I'm asking you to forgive my ignorance, because it's like a hotbed town and a lot of the politics that have been going on with the wall and the centers and for immigrants and all that shit, which I don't really get involved with. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Civil War history. But a lot of people may be like, how do you not know Brownsville? It's always comes up in the news. I apologize if that upsets you, but that's the reality. And to be really honest, I apologize, but I it's a fake apology. I don't care if you're upset that I don't know Brownsville. Anyway, first off, I think I'm falling in love with border towns and border places. And obviously the river is the border here. But first thing I did was zoom in on the border. And it's the river, which snakes, right? And then I was like, look at this neighborhood in Mexico that comes in the little inlet of the river, or whatever you want to call it, just surrounded by the U.S. on all sides. Like this house, I got some nice pools. The very tip, this house. What an odd place to live if you're this house. You know what I mean? If people are just listening and not looking, like it's the Rio Grande's right there, and they're at the very tip, and they're just fully surrounded by the U.S., but not really. Let's walk our little dude. Okay, there's a basket here. Is that the mailbox? First thing I see is a basket. Don't see baskets like that. Is that the mailbox? So this is the border. Wonder if shit goes, is this crazy? Or is this just normal? Got a garage. Got two birds on the roof. Thumbing our way through the streets of... Where was that tunnel? This guy. There he is. We found the homeowner. What's this basket? What are these baskets? That's how they get their mail? Baskets? They put packages in there? They're like big, almost like the other one was like a disc golf basket, and this is just a big basket. Well, we got baskets. So these people have a balcony or a porch or whatever you want to call it, deck on the front, and they just look out at the river in America. That's kind of cool. I think I'm getting obsessed with border towns. I think that's what's happening here. And that's not Brownsville. That's, What's that city in Mexico? Matamoros? No way I pronounced that right. Anyway, this city, Brownsville, had the last battle of the Civil War, but some people say it doesn't count because it was post-war. Other people say no because they thought it was Civil War still. Battlefield National Historical Park, so maybe it happened somewhere around here. But it was called the Battle of Palmito Ranch, and basically everyone had surrendered in the Civil War. Lee surrendered to Grant at Appomattox. They surrendered all over, and they had been pretty civil in this area. I'm pointing at my computer screen because you guys can fucking see that. My finger. They had been pretty civil. They had stopped fighting, but then there was a troop there, and then there was another Union troop of all black soldiers, and the Union troop, they say either he wanted a win, like he hadn't gotten a win, he hadn't seen battle, and the war was over, so he was hungry, or he wanted to steal all the cotton, because this area in this part of Texas, in Brownsville, was used to smuggle cotton into Mexico, and then they would sell it to the Europeans because, part of the reason the South really lost the war is because they went broke. The U.S. put a blockade up. They blocked the river. They blocked all the ports. They had ports in California and shit. They blocked all goods, and they just cut the South off from the rest of the world with a naval blockade, and then inside, so they couldn't trade and barter, and the South ran out of money, kind of. And, the cotton's their biggest thing. So they used this port of Texas to smuggle cotton. So people in Mexico actually were helping the Confederates because they were making money off the cotton smuggling. And there was a whole stash. So they think maybe this dude, Union dude, wanted the money or the fame, or he just wanted to get into the battle. There's debated why he started it. But anyway, there was a skirmish here, a battle, and the Confederates actually won. They killed 30 people and took 100 and something Union soldiers prisoner, and then eventually they surrendered. But they say that's the last battle of the Civil War. And the last dude to die in the Civil War is a handsome motherfucker. I went to Google this guy's name, and I Googled last dude to die. That's not how you're going to. Last soldier to die, Civil War. His name was Johnston, or John J. Williams. Look how handsome this dude is. Hold on. Let me make the picture bigger so you guys can see him. Oh, way too big. We're way too big. I need the little... I have a keyboard that I use, but now we have it in Studio One. Whoa, we have it the keyboard that I use in Studio One, and I don't want to buy a second one because they're expensive, and that way I can do all this configuring that I'm doing with my keyboard and not my mouse, which I hate, but maybe I'll buy it. Once we get that damn coffee sponsorship, then I can put some money into this. All right, here we go. Look how handsome this dude is. Come on. Great eyebrows. Great waft of hair. Nice little mustache. Just fantastic looking gentleman. Last soldier to die in the Civil War, supposedly. If you count that skirmish. Do they have any other pictures of him? In this picture, he's got whoa, super big. In this picture, he's got flowers on his suit jacket or whatever you want to call that. That's interesting. Is that really Lincoln? It's not really Lincoln, right? That's not really Lincoln. Doesn't look like him. Doesn't look like him. What was this dude's name? It was John Jefferson Williams. So he died in Brownsville. Ooh, big yellow highlighted line on his Wikipedia. Was a Union soldier and private in Company B of the 34th Regiment Indiana Infantry. He was killed at the Battle of Palmito Ranch, the last land battle of the Civil War, and is generally recognized as the last soldier killed in the American Civil War. Last land battle. Do they have other battles? Was there a last naval battle? So here's the Wikipedia. Historians still debate why this engagement at Palmito Ranch took place. Lee had surrendered Oh, the other one that I forgot. So either he wanted the cotton or he wanted the fame and the glory. Others have suggested that he needed horses for the 300 unmounted cavalry in his brigade and decided to take them from his enemy. Either way, he lost. And they had already won the war. How embarrassing is that? Like, you've already won the war, and now you're going to lose a battle? You already won the war. Don't even do the battle. But that is Brownsville, Texas. Way down there in the Gulf of Mexico. Looks pretty. Probably a really pretty area. Look at those waters. Brownsville. A lot of people live there. It's not a small town. I think it's like the 19th biggest town, 19th biggest city in Texas or something like that. Maybe 29th. There was some number, but we're over it.
And that's all I have to say about that.
We are moving on to Colby Lewis, random baseball player of the day. Played for the Texas Rangers. Wow, a Texas-themed show. The Lumineers once played a concert in Texas. It's all coming together. Everything is Texas this episode. Texas forever. You and me, Street, living large. Colby Lewis, fuck this guy because he shut down the Yankees in the 2010 playoffs. He actually has a lot of good playoff numbers. In 2010 and 2011, when the Rangers were in the World Series back-to-back, Colby Lewis was awesome. He was, like, his playoff numbers are great. Let me see if I can pull him up from those 2 years. I think he was the first starting pitcher to get a win for the Rangers in the postseason. The first Ranger pitcher to win a postseason home game in franchise history, Colby Lewis. How about that? He had a crazy path too because he was a number one round pick for the Rangers. He got called up when he was young. I'll put it on the screen here. His journey, I didn't really know his journey. It's kind of cool. So he got called up when he was young and when he was 22 years old and not good. He started 4 games. He finished 4 games. He came out of the bullpen in 15. In 2003, at 23 years old, he started 26 games. He had a 7.3 ERA, but somehow had a winning record. He won 10 games and lost 9, but, his stats are pretty bad. That was in 2003 with the Rangers at 23 years old. How do you do that? How do you win? He's got tons of run support. Run support in games. He averaged 6 runs. His team averaged 6 runs of run support in 2003. So he was racking up wins. Back at a time when people still somewhat cared about wins. Like, let's see his worst games. He gave up 7 earned runs in this game. Well, he didn't get a decision. Let's see. He gave up 4 runs in this game, got the win. 4 runs in this game, got the win. 3. Gave up 3 in this one, got the win. So anyway, a couple good starts in here that he got wins. But I guess maybe more so in the no decisions, they bailed him out. Because he gave up 7 runs here, his team won. He didn't get the decision. 5 runs here, his team won. He didn't get the decision. So anyway, weird season. Then he bounces around. He didn't play in his 25-year-old season. I think he had injuries. Detroit picked him up. He made 2 starts for them. Then Oakland picked him up. He just pitched out of the bullpen for them. Then he went to Japan and pitched over there and did really, really well. He was like the number 1 pitcher in the league. He played for the Toyo Carps. He actually hit 5 home runs in Japan, and I couldn't find footage of it. I even went to Google Translate and searched Colby Lewis home run in Japanese characters. I don't know what the official term is. And I couldn't find any. So if you find a video of Colby Lewis hitting home runs in Japan in 2008 or 2009, send them our way. Everyone wants to see that. He hit 5 home runs. Big dude. Colby Lewis was a big dude. Anyway, when he comes back to America, he comes back to the Rangers in 2010, he's awesome. And his playoff numbers in those years are really good. I'll zoom in and just show you. So in 2010, this starts the ALDS, 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Then versus the Yankees in the CS, 5.2, 2 earned runs, got the win. Next game, game 6, motherfucker goes 8 innings pitched, 1 earned runs. He's like a Lance Lynn type, or he kind of was. He had a lot of fastballs, not fast, like 90-mile-per-hour 4-seam, 89-mile-per-hour 2-seam, just picking spots. He did have a nice curve and slider. And then in 2011, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 6.2, 1 earned run. So those 2 years for the Rangers, he was pretty good in the postseason. Pretty good. Big dude. I read he took up biking. He would bike 60 miles a day, spent $10,000 on gear and shit. It's cool. Nickname Cobra. 6'4", 240. Colby Lewis. And then you go to his highlights, right? And it's nothing. It's just all comebackers. I'll show you. Because I was they're good and bad. Fix it, fix it, fix it. There we go. Here's a time where he got Carlos Correa, that jerk, hit him right in the head. Just takes the ball off the dome, and Odor catches it. Bam! Ah! Odor catches it in shallow center for the out. Just your classic 1-4 putout. Lewis is like, I'm good. Like, no, dude, you got hit in the head, though. He's like, yeah, but I'm good. Nothing. It didn't hurt. Trainers come out. I believe he stayed in. Here's a replay of it. Pretty scary. Ooh, the hill. Jeez. So then another highlight when you Google is him getting hit with a comebacker against Miami. Justin Bohr. Bam. He protects his head in this one. Protects himself a little better. This was actually first. Gotta be over it. God damn it. Trainer comes out again. Just induced a lot of balls right back up the middle. Show us a replay. Here we go. But also made some good plays on comebackers. Check out this one. This is a dazzler. Glove flip, backwards glove flip for the out. Big dude busting off the mound, making the play. Love it. For anyone that isn't watching, it's a little swinging, or it's an actual bunt to the first base side, and he just backhand gloves it to first. Another cool play is the old behind the back snag. Look what I found. Comebacker. The comebacker king. Well, I don't know if you can say king because he got hit in the head a lot. Hit in the head once, hitting the arm once. And then the other fun storyline here is that he got really mad when Colby Rasmus bunted on him in a game. He's losing the game 2-0. There's 2 outs. And Rasmus, and, you know, they're not talking about it enough, but clearly it's a pitcher named Colby and a batter named Colby. And when, you know, just naturally it's going to be like, hey, that's my fucking name. I'm King Colby. And Rasmus is like, I already got a hit off you. Now I'm just going to bunt. Bunts. Colby Lewis, we know he can field his position, but Rasmus was pretty fast back in the day. And then you can read his lips here. Wait for it. He goes, swing the bat. Swing the bat. Just mad at him for not swinging the bat. So old school. So old school. It's a weird mentality. You know, I get why pitchers are like, fuck, man. That sucks. You know, in the moment, a pitcher's going to be like, that's cheap. Just because as a competitor on the mound, you're not going to think rationally like that's allowed. It's going to irk you. But his quotes on this were really weird. He, really weird quotes on this. I have it somewhere. Like, whoa, what the hell's going on? He said, and I quote, I felt like you have a situation where there's 2 outs. You're up 2 runs. You have gotten a hit earlier in the game off me. We are playing the shift. And he laid down a bunt basically simply for average. he didn't even steal within the first 2 pitches to put himself in scoring position. So that tells me he is solely looking out for himself and looking out for batting average, and I didn't appreciate it. Really weird mindset. Really weird mindset from Colby Lewis, because couldn't you also say he's trying to get on base to help his team? I get he didn't get himself into scoring position, but it's still passing the baton and a man on base and traffic. I feel like Colby Lewis was mad in the moment because it's like, fuck, dude, quit bunting on me. Totally understand that. But then they asked him to give a reason, and he gave this. And it's like, this doesn't make sense, man. He's trying to get on base and pass the baton so the next dude can hit him in. He's fast. He can score from first if he wants to. He doesn't need to steal. Weird mindset from Colby Lewis. But Colby Lewis is cool that his career didn't start off hot. He found himself in Japan, comes back, and then not only is good, he's dominant in the postseason. So that's a cool kind of career arc for him. And he rides his bike 60 miles every day. So that is Colby Lewis.
And that's all I have to say about that.
We're moving on to the book portion of the show. Everyone's favorite, most people's least favorite. I have no idea. We haven't polled the viewing audience and asked you guys best or worst. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Took a sip of my coffee. I'm doing Sure Signs again by Ted Kooser. Poetry. Everyone's favorite. Little bites. I think I'm going to start putting links to these books in the description on the YouTube if anyone's like interested in buying them. And also, you can do affiliate links. So if you hear about it here, that's a way you can support the morning show. Which, until we get this damn coffee sponsor, doesn't make any money. But it's fun, and we enjoy it. And it's a good way to start the show. Good way to start the day because it gets me in a mood. So I'm gonna need a page number. I think last time we did this book, and this will tell you how stupid my memory is, I'm pretty sure last time we did this book, Jill gave us page 72, and we read that one, and it was about the nautical anchor in Kansas, I believe. Is there a podcast with a movie segment? We can do movies if we want at some point. I can add movies, maybe a Friday movie. I don't know. Oh, Troy Pike got early. Oh, well, Abe beat Troy, 24. Okay, page number 24. And we didn't do 72 last time, so my memory was wrong. I blew it. We did 78. What page did Abe say? 24. Anything good on page 24? 24. If it's too long, we're going to skip to a different one. The shortest, closest one. Nope. Oh, wow. It's scary. I'm going to break the spine of this book. Hasn't been broken yet. Oh, wow. We did it. Broke it. Now it's going to be floppy on me, but I like that way better. This is called The Skeleton in the Closet. Yeah, it's a Texas theme because Ted Kooser has definitely thought about Texas before. So we're staying on the Texas theme there. You know, we had the Lumineers who have played a show in Texas. We had Brownsville, Texas. Colby Lewis played for Texas. And Ted Kooser has surely thought about Texas. I can guarantee you that. And this is called The Skeleton in the Closet. Should I read it like it's going to be spooky? Ted Kooser doesn't really do spooky stuff. These bones once held together on the strength of rumor. The jaws which bit down hard on the truth were stuffed at last with a velvet glove. Now all that foolishness is dust and mothballs and the eyes of children darkening the keyhole. There's nothing to see in here but 2 boots full of golden teeth and a fancy riding cape with shoulder pads. Say what? What These bones were held together on the strength of a rumor. Okay. The jaws which bit down hard on the truth were stuffed at last with a velvet glove. Now all that foolishness is dust and the mothball in the eyes of children. Now all that foolishness is dust and mothballs in the eyes of children, darkening a keyhole. So kids are looking into the doorknob trying to see what's in the closet, but they can't because it's locked, and it's nothing but dust and mothballs in there, and the kids are darkening the keyhole by trying to look in. There's nothing to see in here but 2 boots full of golden teeth, a fancy riding cape with shoulder pads. What's he talking about? Do, 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 do. Don't know. Don't know what he's talking about. There's nothing to see in here but 2 boots full of golden teeth, a fancy riding cape with shoulder pads. You know what I'm going to make up in my own head? I'm going to make up that he's talking about a woman a woman who did roller derby, right? She was like one of the best roller derby skaters in the league. And she hung up her boots with golden teeth. They had gold wheels on them, and she had a fancy riding cape. That was part of her costume in the roller derby she did, and shoulder pads because she wore shoulder pads while she did roller derby. And it's in her past, and she doesn't want her kids to know that she was like King Kelsey, the roller derby queen, and that's it. So, boom, we figured it out. Probably not what it's about, but that's what I say it's about. So, Ted Kuzer would say, yeah, it's about, it's open to interpretation. You can think it's about whatever you want, but it's definitely not fucking roller derby. And I'll say, hey, Ted, let me live my own life. So, that's that. We figured it. We cracked the case there. It's about a mom who was big roller derby star, embarrassed of her past, doesn't want her kids to find all her old roller derby gear because then they'll go find the YouTube videos of her just laying chicks out, just doing dirty stuff on the roller derby thing. Jonathan in Periscope says roller derby has shoulder pads. Jonathan, don't ask about people's skeletons. Yeah, King Kelsey, the roller derby queen, wore shoulder pads. It was part of her shtick, because she didn't want to hurt her shoulders. So, okay, cool. Good poem about roller derby, Ted Kuzer.
And that's all I have to say about that.
What's going on? Do we do a little post show? 9:41. Mornin, said Damon Santore. I haven't looked at the Facebook comments. And that's not them. Where are you? Where are you? Morning, man. Love your stuff. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate that. Bring back baseball. Wish I could. Is there a way to send stars? No idea what that means, but send them away. James Franco doppelganger. That's incredibly kind and a lie, but thank you. Red face is crushing it. Dyed hair, also crushing it. Anything else? Abe, reminding people to submit title suggestions if you want. Yeah. SPF yesterday? No. Yeah, I filmed, you know what? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it or not. I filmed something yesterday, and I didn't know how long it was going to be, and I didn't know what the setting would be, and it was 3 hours long and sitting in the sun and talking. So I got fried, man. Got fried. I was zapped all my energy. Drove up from the shore to the city last night. Found a parking spot right in front of my apartment. Huge. Love it. And no sunscreen because I thought I'd be sitting like inside or in the shade or somewhere. I didn't have it with me. Morning from Mexico. Good morning, Ramon. Cole versus DeGrom. Love to see it. Love to see it. Someone said, "How are you doing?" asked Mr. O. I'm doing good. I'm trying to get some breakdowns done today. Try to figure out. We got a lot going on in our brains over here in case they come out and say there's no baseball season. We kind of have a plan that we want to do if there's no season, and we need to prep for it as much as we possibly can. But the moment they say, yeah, we're going to do the 50-game season, all that planning and prepping goes out the window. But in case they say no season, we need to do it. So my brain has been just like grinding gears nonstop, planning and prepping for something that may never happen. May never happen. Someone said 16 or 60 miles. Colby Lewis would bike like 30 miles, and then sometimes he would bike 60 miles. That's what he would do. I'm sure you've talked about it, but how do you feel about NL DH? DH should be everywhere. It opens up more jobs. No one wants to see the eighth batter get walked so the pitcher can get struck out when there's a guy in scoring position. It's just boring, man. If we're trying to promote the sport and get new people to watch it, that's like no one wants to see like, hey, Dad, why are they walking this batter? Oh, because there's a runner in scoring position and the pitcher is up next and the pitcher will most likely strike out. So it's basically 2 at-bats where there's 0 competition in a row. No one wants to watch that. I get that there's strategy, and I think that by expanding the benches and mandating that there be 4 guys on the bench instead of 3, we'll get some more strategy, some more pinch running, pinch hitting. But no one wants to watch 2 at-bats that are non-competitive in a row. Not into it. Giggle Pigs, Tickle Blaster, said, check out Stumptown Coffee from Portland. If they don't send you some for free, buy it with this. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I think we do have some coffee companies that are interested in sponsoring this show. Thanks to you guys, the views have been like real, like across Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube. It's been racking up to something worthwhile to definitely keep doing and sell to advertisers and stuff. So we're figuring that out. For now, it's just fun. Ooh. All right. I think I'm going to go. This room that I'm in, we're trying to hang a big backdrop behind me because it's kind of messy in here. But you guys should see Studio One. It's so damn clean. You'll probably see it on, like, we're doing like a weekly behind the scenes vlog series. So you can see last week. Today it's on YouTube. It's just, a little behind the scenes every day and all that. Cool. All right. I'm out. Here's Lumineers. I got to lower the volume so I don't blow all of our eardrums out again. That was brutal. I'll see you guys around. See you tomorrow. Hopefully 9 o'clock. I start on time. Hopefully I'm not a little late. If you have suggestions for towns, players, books, kind of hard to talk about a book I haven't read. Movies. Maybe we can start doing movies on Friday. If people want to do that, send them to @Mornin by John Boy on Instagram or Twitter. Producer Luke runs those. Go follow those. If you send it to me, I'm probably going to miss it amongst everything. So we had some suggestions by Zach Gaines. So I'll shout you out, and we'll do your suggestions. So I appreciate it. Thanks, Abe, for moderating the chat. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. See you later.
And by the time she wakes, we'll have driven to this state. We'll have driven through the night. Baby, come on. If the sun don't shine on me too, and if the sun